Hello and welcome back to the Wii U 5. I've really been getting a grip on this new video editing software, so now you can watch this one, or that one, this one, or that one. The Fall is brought to us by Over the Moon Games. It's a 2D side-scrolling puzzle game with bits of combat action. However, more importantly is its premise. A premise that kept me hooked and that gave me goosebumps from time to time. The game is centered around exploration and puzzle solving that is not that far removed from the style of Super Metroid combined with the scanning elements of Metroid Prime. Simply aiming at things with the flashlight gives you information, and that information is often key to solving a puzzle or choosing an interaction. The interactions can be a little clunky and unintuitive, and you might just find yourself in some trial and error attempts to solve a puzzle. However, except for basically one puzzle that is clearly out of the box, the solutions are always logical. There's also some combat elements, and while they aren't nearly as polished as the puzzle solving, it's surprisingly effective as a cover-based mechanic despite some occasional glitches. There are also dialogue choices, but these do not affect the outcome. In terms of gameplay, puzzle solving is where it shines strongest. However, the Fall's biggest strength overall isn't even in the gameplay department whatsoever. Unfortunately, it's not in the content department either. The game is a single playthrough experience. It lasted me about 3.5 hours, which was, in this case, a rather unhealthy single sitting. For $10, that can be hard to justify. Most of the content is simply core to the game, and there isn't much else outside of that except environmental scans and a few notes that assist you in understanding the game's world and situation. The thing is, not all is lost, because the Fall shines where many games of today don't. This is where the Fall gripped me with its claws until I finished the game in one straight sitting. While the game is intentionally very dark, it's all about scanning the environment, exploring it, and slowly piecing your situation together via small bits of information. In this manner, I was kept curious about what is really happening, or what would happen next, and ultimately to find out what the heck was going on entirely. Not only that, the quality of the dialogue between your AI and the only other two main characters is very well written, and there is actual character development that is uncanny of a game of this type. To add to the character development is a story that has a twist, one that some astute types might have saw coming, but a twist nonetheless. Expect the game to grab your attention with its dark humor yet focused story elements. Watching your AI develop is easily one of the most enjoyable experiences ever. And while the graphics may be very basic, they're not bad in the least, and the audio quality itself is also superb, with voice actors that do their part better than some high-budget titles even.
I've half a mind to kick you in the bolts right now. What do you think of that, huh? Think you could take me?
Provided your capacities are aligned to the human you represent, yes, I am equipped with multiple means to incapacitate you, or to end your life if the threat level warrants.
Presentation is where the Fall succeeds the most, and for a person like me, capable of causing me to forego the well-being of my buttocks for 3.5 straight hours. This game, then, isn't even about the gameplay. It's about the story. While the exploration and puzzle solving is fairly well done, it's the curiosity of the game's world, environment, and overall premise that are, in my opinion, entirely worth the $10. In fact, because this game is intended to be episodic in nature, I am now highly anticipating its sequel. The presentation is where the game shines most, with an absolutely superb atmosphere, excellent ambience, and most of all, a story that is well written. This game is hauntingly gripping. I give The Fall an 8 out of 10. I went into this game knowing absolutely nothing, and having heard nothing about it either, except for watching an eShop trailer. Without knowing what to expect, I was pleasantly surprised to see that my $10 was well spent. If you're into puzzle games, this may not do it for you. If you're into 2D shooter combat, this may not do it for you. If you're into dark stories and atmosphere, this is some of the best $10 you'll ever spend. Like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter, and of course, subscribe for more Wii U content delivered directly to your retinas. See you next time on the Wii U 5.